then you're going to start on the right track, and let me explain why. If you were just goodness, and you felt that you were goodness, and you offered that, would you be judgmental? Everybody put on the word, I am goodness. Put it on, as if you were the spirit of goodness. Are you judgmental? Critical? Complaining? Punishing? Negative? Condescending? Jealous? Rude? Sexy? Okay? As long as you're in one mood that is a true state, that really depicts your spiritual nature, you'll find you'll be free from every other mood and every other condition and every other pattern of mind use that you've ever been subject to in your life. But you're going to have to trade off all your moods for one state. And you're going to have to hold it for day after day after day.
How do you quiet that little voice though that says, yeah, I'm in a good mood, but...
You say, gracious goodness, I'm goodness. And they say, no, but, to say, I'll deal with you next week. Wayne's going to go on the attack with me and we're going to get you. We'll deal with you then. That's an accusation, right? Ignore your accusations for now. Just say, gracious goodness. And one day,
gracious goodness, so why are you waking me up this way? I mean, that's like what, that's pretty much what I...
Your gracious goodness and...
Right, and so like there's this Mercedes diesel that like starts right at my head, in the first thing in the morning. And
there you go. You'll get a chance to keep your mood.
Past that.
Right. If you don't keep your mood, guess what happens? What mood do you get to keep?
The mood that...
Right, now what's that
the
mood?
engine that like went through my
If you're disturbed by the engine, your mood will be what? Intolerance.
Right.
Distemperament. Now, do you want that quality in your life? Or do you want patience and tolerance? You find it by having a sense of decency and no judgment. Try the word decency at your level. It'll work beautifully. Okay?
What about if you feel hurt?
If you're feeling hurt,
Yeah.
then allow yourself to continue feeling hurt. And ask yourself quietly, what's this about? You need to be a little bit impersonal to understand the personal. You need to allow things without being contrived. So allow your feelings to take place. And eventually they'll talk to you and tell you what they're about. If you're feeling hurt, just say, what was it? I feel like judging. And if I judged it, go back to the words I've given you, a reaction. I reacted when someone said this because I love them and they don't realize how much I do. And it hurt me that they don't love me anymore. That just says, I'm a great lover and they don't know. I'm conscious, they're not. I guess I can't blame them. There's some logic to it, but there's more to it. If you follow through on your heart and you're looking for resolve, make sure that's what you're looking for. You want to resolve a feeling. Then your own soul will take you through it and bring you back to your will. Every time. Okay? If you're in physical pain and you have to endure it, think of somebody else in the world, like a child somewhere that's suffering in Haiti or Iraq, that's lost his leg and laying in a hospital, and accept your pain. Say, okay, I accept this, but for as long as I accept this, then for every minute I do, this kid gets one great day, lots of food, whatever he needs. And so you trade off a minute for a day. And as long as you can endure it, it'll happen. Okay?
So this is so minimal, it sounds like, but it's a reality. This morning a friend calls, I don't have what I thought I had, and give me what you said you had. And I remember putting it in a place, I know I put it in that place, and I go to get it and it's not there. And I am so frustrated. And I realize because I want to be better, I want to be organized.
You were frustrated because you felt if you weren't, they were going to make accusations and judgments and somehow it was going to cost you.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you felt threatened. You felt threatened. And what you did with that threat is told yourself that you were at fault. And that's what you still believe.
So that's what I'd like to resolve.
What you need to do is look at the person that made you feel this way. Did they make you feel this way, or do you just naturally feel threatened?
I don't like it when I can't find something.
Okay. Patience. Let your word be patience.
Okay.
Say, I'm the spirit of patience. I got more patience than anyone around. Tell me your problem. I'm a great listener. I got patience. Okay. Practice the word you need to practice that's relative to your day. But gracious peace is the word that we're going to, or the term we're going to come to. Gracious goodness does this. In Buddhism, and I particularly like the Tibetans, they have a way of looking at the body, and they say there are 3 bodies. And I really enjoy this, and it's called the gross body, which is the physical. The subtle body, which is your emotional body, your attributes, these kinds of things, emotions, and your sentient nature, and your extremely subtle body. Well, that extremely subtle body is your intelligent self. If you feel this part of your body, right here, it does all the interpreting and deciphering for you in your life. Up and down this part of their body, this part interprets more the immediate realities, and lower interprets more the fears, anxieties, griefs, and instincts. But every part of your body is an organ of interpretation. Every inch is one thing or another. Okay? And they also have another one that's called 3 jewels. The church, or the teacher, the teaching, and the community. I want you to think of yourselves as something you can trust each other, because you're becoming one-minded. We're learning common things. So our hope is that your thoughts will help develop a single thought form between us all. So it'll develop a community between at least us. And that'll be the jewel outcome of our being together. There are another 3 things. What was it? Oh, pleasant, mild, and fierce. Which are you? The Buddha said there are 3 types of people: pleasant, mild, and fierce. Pleasant, mild, and fierce by nature.
Yeah.
As we start to study words, you're going to say, you know, that word patience really applies to me for today, because that's what I really need. And you probably knew that in the back of your mind, but you didn't become it. And what I mean is this: you take a word and you meditate on it and you say, I am it, until such time as it is so magnified in your life, you're nothing else but. So if you become the spirit of decency, then you're going to notice what it's like to see that way, to think that way, to measure that way, to feel that way, and you're going to see the way you are when you're not that way. That gives you an all-around perception of reality in every direction. Now another word you try that with won't give you as much. You take a word like harmlessness, which is another great word. It'll help you understand how to maintain your integrity, but it'll be hard for you to interpret how you see this in life. Because everywhere you look, you'll start seeing people that are not harmless. You'll see the opposite. When you focus on one word, we tend to see the opposite. So if you say, all right, today I'm going to be honest all day, good luck. Especially with your criticisms, because you're going to see a lot of dishonest people. Now if you focus on dishonesty, you have a better chance of understanding honesty. Stick with the word that I'm going to teach you, though, we'll work with, okay? I'll give the odd person the odd word, but gracious goodness is a body of emulation. We have 3 bodies: the truth body, the attitude body, and the body of emulation. What you are at the very root of yourself is an intelligent presence. And to be present, to be sane, and to express your true nature is the goal. If you could express gracious peace tomorrow, you would probably bring on an initiation within days. At least right now during the WESAC is possible. What I'm saying is that what you emulate in your countenance defines you and is your name. You have no other identity. What's your name?
Kitty.
Kitty. What's your identity like? Could you tell me about it?
Well,
No. I'll tell you that you have the same identity as me. You're just a presence. That's our identity. Our true identity is we're a spiritual presence. I'm a presence with lots of attributes, and I can express them in a variety of shapes and forms. I live one life through many shapes and forms. I don't need a name. What I do is my name. I reveal. I'm a revelation of realization. Or I'm this, or I'm that. Whatever mood I'm in, that's what I am, then and there. So if I'm gracious goodness, who am I emulating? The greatest quality of the feminine presence in you. And that opens up the doors to your chakra. That opens up that organ of perception.